Is the New York Knicks' R.J. Barrett going to win Most Improved Player of the Year and become an All-Star this season? And are the Milwaukee Bucks going to be able to finish in the top 6 with all the injuries that they have going on right now? And finally, how you are going to get paid to watch this one. Let's get it.
This is Enough Said Sports.
Guys, I hope all is well in your world. It is all well here at Enough Said Sports as we come to you with another NBA preview and prediction video here on YouTube. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day or your evening to join us here on YouTube and show us love and support. Really appreciate that. If you like this sort of content, please also consider joining us over on Patreon. Click the first link in the description box below. Become a true fan of Enough Said Sports and pick up all of our NBA exclusive picks. It's only $20 a month. We pick each and every NBA game every night. So we definitely have lots and lots more opportunity over there to definitely make money while watching these games. So appreciate the support already over there as well. So thank you. Now, let's talk about this matchup that's coming on this evening, or excuse me, tomorrow evening, Friday, November the 5th, 2021. It's going to be on ESPN, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's going to be the New York Knicks traveling to play the world champions, Milwaukee Bucks there in Milwaukee. The spread in this one is Milwaukee is favored by 5, and the total is 215.5. So let's talk about these New York Knicks first. Let's talk about R.J. Barrett for a second before I get into what the New York Knicks did last time out. R.J. Barrett is definitely going to be a candidate for the most improved player in the National Basketball Association this season. He looks really, really good. I like what this young man has done. He's improved his shooting from the outside, improved his defensive prowess. He is playing extremely well. For those of you who haven't watched much of the New York Knicks just yet, definitely do that because this young man is playing unbelievably well. And I do think he's got a legitimate shot to make the All-Star team in the Eastern Conference, although the Eastern Conference this season seems to be as stacked, if not more stacked, than the Western Conference so far. So it's really, really impressive what R.J. Barrett has done. Now, on the other side, the Milwaukee Bucks, obviously they've got some injuries. They got Brook Lopez out, got Drew Holiday out, and definitely I think both of those were really smart moves by this organization to make sure that they get those guys back and healthy for the right time. The question is going to be, are they going to be able to stay within the top 6 in the Eastern Conference? And that's a legitimate question. And the reason why it's a legitimate question is this particular season, for whatever reason, these Eastern Conference teams are all playing extremely well up at the top of the conference. You got your Miami Heat, you got your Washington Wizards, you got your Chicago Bulls, and the list goes on and on. Charlotte Hornets have been a surprise so far. Indiana Pacers look like they're finally coming about. I know they got off to a rough start, but they're on a little bit of a winning streak here. They're playing extremely well. Looks like the addition of Karis LeVert for that team coming back off of injury has made a huge, huge difference for the Indiana Pacers, and they figure to be in the mix as well. And the list goes on and on. And I think that there's a real chance that these Milwaukee Bucks may end up in a play-in situation. I do think they're going to make the playoffs, of course. But it's not out of the question that they might end up in the 7th or 8th spot at the end of the day and end up having to play maybe a Miami Heat in the first round. I guess it just really depends upon how much longer Drew Holiday and Brook Lopez are going to be out. I think it's going to be really important and imperative for this Milwaukee Bucks team to get those guys back and get the opportunity to re-gel together, because like I've been saying, for those of you who have been watching my videos, these guys are definitely in a situation where they really need to recalibrate a little bit. They got a couple new pieces on this team, and it's really going to be important for those guys to get back to try to rebuild some of that chemistry and get back into form, into playoff form, and try to make another run at this thing. But as we speak right now, I don't think that the Milwaukee Bucks are in position to try to make another run. But we'll see. Hopefully they can get these guys back and healthy and get the chemistry where it needs to be. Now let's talk about from the betting aspect of this thing for this particular game. I'm not going to overreact to what I saw from the New York Knicks up against the Indiana Pacers. I felt really good about that. I actually had the New York Knicks in that game, and even though the Indiana Pacers ended up winning it easily, you had Miles Turner going for a career high from three-point range. I think he hit like 8 threes or something, and he's really not a great three-point shooter. Just to name some of the anomalies that went on. Now, I do think that this New York Knicks team could, defend a bit better than they do. I think that Tom Thibodeau really needs to try to tighten the screws on that end. That's what he's been known for. This team has gotten a little bit is different than any Tom Thibodeau team that I've seen shooting all the three-pointers, but they really need to get back to their bread and butter in defending. I thought that they could have defended the Indiana Pacers significantly better than they did. Not saying they would have won the game because it seemed like the Indiana Pacers were shooting lights out, but I'm not going to overreact to that. Obviously, as a handicapper, you can't do that. And the Milwaukee Bucks, obviously, they have been up and down. They did win last time out, and definitely seems like they got a little bit of momentum going in the right direction. But as for this particular contest, I'll take the points. I'm not going to say the New York Knicks are going to win this basketball game, but I like their chances of keeping this thing within 5. I think it's a coin flip on who actually wins the game. That's why I'm going with the New York Knicks here. The Knicks are definitely looking to bounce back after losing to the Indiana Pacers and then losing the game before that as well. So they're on a little bit of a losing streak here. I expect them to break out of their slump and shoot the basketball better from three-point range because they shot it horribly last time out. I think they'll shoot the three better. And quite frankly, I just think the Milwaukee Bucks just don't have enough bodies to cover this spread. Or enough adequate bodies, I should say. Obviously, you got Giannis. He's playing unbelievable, as always, MVP form. Really love the way he plays. Can never talk about Giannis enough. He's one of my very favorite players. Love that guy, and love to watch him work. But right now, that's about all the Milwaukee Bucks have going for them. Chris Middleton is out with an illness also. So it's going to be tough sledding for these Milwaukee Bucks to cover against a New York Knicks team that's going to be coming in here really, really hungry. So we'll see what happens, but I'll take the New York Knicks in this one plus 5.5, plus 5, and I'll also take the over here. I like the over 215.5. I think that points will be scored here. I think, like I said, New York Knicks heat up from three-point range, and I believe that Giannis will be able to have his way inside, and points will be scored. I like it in a really, really close game, and like I said, it's a coin flip on who wins. I'm not going to pick a winner, but I will go with the New York Knicks plus 5 and over 215.5. Now, New York Knicks fans, talk to me in the comments. Do you think R.J. Barrett is the most improved player in the NBA? Do you think he's going to make an all-star team this year in the Eastern Conference? Milwaukee Bucks fans, talk to me. I know I got plenty of you guys out there. Let me know, what seed do you think the Milwaukee Bucks are going to get in the Eastern Conference playoffs, considering all of these injuries that they have going on? And finally, as always, let me know what you think about the pick itself. Really appreciate all the support. We missed on Miami. I was afraid that was going to happen at some point. Boston shows up tonight, takes care of business. Miami just didn't show up. They didn't shoot it well. But it's the NBA. It's bound to happen. It's one of those things that, happens. So we knew it would. I was just hoping it wasn't going to be tonight, but it was. But you know what's crazy about that is, guys, that is the only misstep we've had. We won every other game tonight so far. We got a couple more to go. So, hey, think about it, guys. Join us on Patreon. If you like to bet on these things, join us on Patreon. Check us out. We're cooking with some hot fish grease over there. So definitely check us out. Again, click the first link in the description box. Become a true fan of Enough Said Sports. Thank you as always, and I will talk to you again really, really soon, guys. Take care.